What's happening? Happy Monday. Welcome to a brand new week. New opportunities. Hopefully we're gonna catch some. Hopefully we're gonna catch some new opportunities in the market today. Over the next couple of days, of course. Yeah, we are 15 minutes. We are 15 minutes away from the open. I did drop a notification in the Telegram group. I'm just gonna make sure let me type that out. We are live. Okay, cool. That delivered. So thank God for that. Yeah, just gonna make sure we actually don't have this popping up on stream. But yeah, what's happening? Happy Monday, happy new week. I did 2 pre-market videos over the weekend on Saturday and on Sunday. I might have spoken about the contract shifting, which is why I've blown up my tradesy over here. What's this about? Oh, okay, cool. That was just for my life. But yeah, I might have spoken about us being, us switching contracts and how we're using the June contract and now we're using the September contract. Kazi, what's going on? Yeah, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hopefully today is a good day, you know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll play it as we see it. But yeah, but I was saying in the pre-market video I did mention that we were using we've been trading the June contract and now the September contract, now we're going to be shifting. We could possibly shift to the September contract. I did say we could possibly shift to the September contract earlier during the week, right? So how it works basically in the futures market is each of these contracts, they're 3-month contracts. They have an expiry over 3 months, right? So Jan, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. And then, the last contract then expires in December. So I had, I did my pre-market analysis on the June contract. And now, we got this notification from Tradesy. Liquidity has shifted to MES U6, which is the September contract, as I mentioned. You may notice wider spreads and low liquidity on the MES M6 today. So what we're going to do is we're going to view the new contract. Cool. So now officially we're going to be using the September contract. All right. Nothing much to it, nothing more to it. Just going to shift to test 4 because that's the account we're trading. And then now that you see me do that, I'm going to switch off not my audio. I'm going to switch not my video. Where are you? It's a little awkward now. Here we go. I'm going to take that off. And then now, now we're just looking at TradingView. Not TradingView. Now we're looking at just Motive Wave. Okay. And for us to roll over, what we're going to do, it's very simple. We are just going to right click on the chart and we are going to hit roll over. Okay. But just before that, I just want you guys to see, this is the M6, right? This is the June contract and this is the September contract. Over here, I just opened a new page just for you guys to be able to see that. Once my camera comes back on, you'll be able to see me too. Yep. But yeah, what am I saying? So this is the September contract. This is the volume, 295,000, and over here 278,000. So there's more volume in the September contract. So now that we know that, I'm gonna close that. These will be last if you close. Click yes, close the chart, and yes. And we are going to right click over here and we are going to roll over. This action will switch the chart to the next contract, expires 09/18/2026, so same, September 18, and migrate existing analyses Optionally, the prices of the components may be adjusted using the difference in closing values from the previous trading day. All right, so ESU6, just adjust method, last close. Yeah, I like that. Roll all charts, DOMs, time sales, roll watch list, roll instruments. I don't know about all of this stuff. I mean, this is the only chart that I have, so I think it's fine. I don't have a separate DOM. I don't have other watch lists. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so that should roll over now. And our value levels hopefully didn't change, right, that much. We will just confirm. By our value levels, I mean previous week, previous day point of controls, all of that stuff. If they did, we're just gonna have to do a quick adjustment of them. But it does look like our previous, what do they call it? Our previous day value did shift. So let's save this as, save as analysis. Cool. Yes, this is now the September. Is that how you spell it? September contract. Cool. So this is officially our September contract. We're not using the June contract anymore. All right. Did that with you guys on stream. So yeah. Let's have a look at our previous day levels first. Switch everything off. That review apps is gonna go off for now. Keltner channel is off. Open, high, low, close. And yeah, I don't think we are going to visit this previous day. I don't think we're going to visit previous day value, but still, regardless, I still would want, these levels to align. You get me? So previous day value area low, 469.25. There we go. Apply. Previous day point of control, I believe that's 495.50. 495.50. Update, apply. Previous day value area high, 507.50. So it wasn't that like far off, but still. And then what else are we doing? And then we're also going to adjust for our previous week, right? So this is the volume profile for that. It actually drilled all till, from 9:30. Do I want it from 9:30? It's actually very off. Not very, but I mean, we want this volume profile, which I drew last night. We wanted to start at 6, not at 9:30. I think this was because I drew it from just, what do they call it? I drew it from just the regular trading hours, Hey, underdog, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, we out here. Super consistent with this. Yeah? We're going on 3 weeks. 3 weeks streaming live. You know what I'm saying? 3 weeks taking L's and making some money too. So, yeah, if you're not following Underdog Research, you should go do that right now. A huge reason as to why I'm doing this. A lot of the inspiration behind doing this comes from him and his channel. So I will always recommend everyone to go and check out his channel. Go learn a couple of things. So we're gonna draw a volume profile from the 8th. Sorry, I was just checking my calendar. From the 8th. That's the 5th. From the 8th, which is from the 8th, 6 p.m. 1800 hours. It's actually kind of tricky now because we didn't have a lot of volume then, did we? I think, to be safe, I think what we'll do is we'll keep the previous week values, all right, from the June contract, because the previous week values were from the June contract anyway, right? Yeah, so I think our previous week value area high, previous week point of control, all of that, I think that's fine. We can just for the purposes of, I guess just for the purpose of being really, really, what's the word I want to use? Just, just because the OCD's kicked in now, and I just want to make sure. So let's go from 1800 hours. Come on. I need to zoom in a little more. It's just, like this little area here is just kind of a little cause of concern. Why? Because there wasn't much volume there, was there? So what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to the 12th. Till the 12th. Yeah, right to the end of this volume profile. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks a little messy though, I ain't gonna lie. Let's switch these off and see if we can spot the difference. Yeah, I mean, our previous week value area low is all the way down here. Here it's at 421. And our point of control here is at 495. Massive difference from there. And our previous week value area high is lower too. Yeah, I don't think this is an accurate representation of the volume because we weren't using this contract, you get me? So what we will do is let me undo everything. And let me undo everything until we get that volume profile back. Cool. I think this is at that point. Till we get that volume profile back. Yeah, but it still won't make a difference, will it? Because, I mean, even if I draw it from the beginning. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. I'm overthinking it now. I'm actually kind of I am overthinking it. So I'll get rid of that volume profile. Close that. Because I did draw the value levels yesterday. Cool. I did draw them from 9:30, which is what's annoying me and what's making me think I didn't draw them accurately. But yeah, we're a minute away from the open. I'm gonna do this real quick and then we will go and see what's going on with the charts. Actually, let's do that now. Should we let it be? I think let's let it be. I don't think we're gonna have that type of day anyway. So let's just focus on the previous day values and today's values, right? So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna enable the values here. We're gonna call it 601. 601. This is the overnight value area high. 601. 601. Update. And then what? 591.50. That's our point of control. Oops. 591.50 update. 583.75. This is the overnight value area low. 583.75. 2, 3 update. Just gonna need to double check this as well. Switching to a 1 minute. I'm gonna close this for now. Yep. And redraw it, perhaps. Let's see. Let's just make sure. We need our volume profile to go from not till 9:30, but to go till 9:29. Because 9:30 is the beginning of New York, and so we don't want the volume. We don't want the volume from New York. You get me? So yeah, so just expanding that now. Come on. All the times you could freeze, motivate, what's going on? See, that it drew it till 9:31. We don't want that. I want it till 9:29. There we go. Just double check. I drew it till 9:30 again. It's all right. We still have, we still have that 15 minutes before our window officially opens. So we still have time. There we go. 9:29. Finally. So yeah, so overnight point of control is 591, not 591.50. Update that. Overnight value area low is 583.25. 25. Yeah, now overnight value area high is 601. So we good with that. Are there any low volume nodes we should consider? Maybe here. Let's just mark it out. I don't know if let me not predict, but I don't know if we're gonna get this low during our session. But since it is a low volume node and it is there, let's just mark it out. We'll mark it out, and if it happens, if it comes, it comes. You know what I'm saying? Where else? Yeah, I think those are the most interesting points of this Globix session. Just make sure you guys are still with me. Cool. And yeah, and I think now I can hide it, so I don't need it anymore. Let me hide that. Cool. Change the name of this. LVN Globix. Low volume node Globix update. Cool. All right, I think that's gonna be pretty much it, man. The only real levels, I guess, since I'm not entirely sure about our previous week levels, I'm not gonna try and trade those, even if we do get touches of. I'm not entirely sold as to how reliable they are or aren't just yet. So if we can develop value above here, that's all good. Not entirely sure, the overnight point of control trade has been our bread and butter, but the type of break that we got a break above overnight value area high, and it's not really my best trade, It's not really my best trade unless we get this low volume, not low volume, but value area low from the developing volume profile. So from this profile, if it overlaps with the overnight value area high, and then I will fade that. I'll play that fade. But yeah, let's have a look also. Switch on our big trades so we don't miss anything there. Our VWAP. There we go. And that's our Globix VWAP. Also should be way down. It's all the way down here. And our Keltner channels. See, we overextended. And our open high low close. Yeah. I think yeah. I think that's everything. Man, I don't we have a notification, yeah? What's this? Liquidity has oh okay, cool. That was just that notification. Liquidity has shifted to MES U6 continuous future chart for MES U6 will be available once the rollover is completed at the end of trading session. I don't know what that means. I generally do not know what that means. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know a lot, but I don't know what that means. So yeah, I believe that is everything. View apps. I don't want the settings for that. View apps on, counting the channels on. Yeah, everything is looking. Yeah, everything that we need for a trading session is on. Let's wait and see what we get. Let's wait and see what type of trading day we're gonna get today. 8 minutes away from the start of our trading session. Let's zoom into this a little. Just give that a little space. Now I think we'll be able to identify low volume nodes as they appear. But yeah, I don't like Mondays are like as I said last week, Mondays are statistically my worst trading days. You know, but then also again, Fridays are statistically my best trading days, but I absolutely botched last Friday. You know, I turned a green day into a red day, which was annoying to sit with the entire weekend. So yeah. It did make me a little fidgety, which I don't like, you know, so but yeah, but it wasn't L. Like I made the decision, I made the call to take a second trade, which I wasn't even like entirely sure of at the time of making it. It wasn't a trade that was in the plan for the session, but I took it still and lost. So, you know. But yeah, let's call what we could potentially do. Maybe a retest of overnight value area high. But as I said, I would like to see one of these levels overlap with the overnight value area high. So the point of control, this orange line, if that overlaps the overnight value area high, cool. We might try and long from there. We'll use the, yeah, we could try and long if like that overlaps, preferably if the value area low overlaps. You know, only downside to that is just to get, I mean, directionally we're above both view apps, right? We're above the New York view app, we're above the Globex view app, we're above the moving average. So, you know, we could, you know, we could have a continuation. So if like we were to break below the New York view app, then, you know, potentially we could be short for a little bit, you know, so makes me a little tentative. Also, that was another type of trade that I was considering over the weekend, which is a mean reversion trade. You know, so you saw like the point of control was here, and then that shifted to the top. Then when that shifted to the top, we got a retest of the value area high, and then we fell. You know, so that I was just like going over like my stats, and that was something I saw happen a lot. So, you know, Uh, Possibly. Another type of mean reversion trade that I have been kind of looking at as well is this type of thing. So mean reversion being from the value area low back to POC, that type of trade. But if we're gonna do this, I'd much rather try this. I'd much rather try an overnight value area high trade, and yeah. And where would our stop go? Stop would go slightly below the low of this candle, of the opening candle, you know, something like that. Yeah. Honestly, an overnight value area high trade maybe to the point of control. That wouldn't be too bad. So yeah, so that currently that's a trade idea. We're not inside our window yet. It is still, 9:41 EST. So there's no need to rush. No need to jump into anything just as of yet. If this was the overnight point of control, then I would consider it. But seeing as it's not, I would, if I am to take this trade, I just want to be really sure. You get me? I just want to be really, really, really short. 601. Just making sure we have that at 601. So, and there's also a high volume node here. So, this was what was previously the point of control. So, I mean, if we really wanted to, if we were being a bit finicky about it, we could actually take it from 600 to 5. Or 600 really. 600 is not a logical, psychological level, so we could have a retest of that. So maybe did I move this? Yeah, let me lock these value levels so that I don't drag them by mistake. Make sure that's locked. Cool. But yeah, what was I saying? I was saying potentially instead of 601, we could enter at 600, which would be, I did it again, didn't I? Trying to get this. There we go. Could enter at 600 flat. Yeah. The reason being it's a high volume node. That would be the trade idea behind that. But yeah. I think we'll sit and wait, honestly. I think let's just sit and wait. No need to don't make any sudden movements. Don't freak the market out. Potential low volume node there. Let me hide these. Nope. I thought this was a low volume node, but it really isn't. Candlesticks, right? Yeah. A fall again, my thing with like overnight value area trades, right, is that how can I say this in a way that makes sense? Like an overnight, okay, cool. So an overnight value area trade, right? This trade would work and it would make sense because what it is we just got a break above a value area high and we could potentially get a retest for a bounce, right? So that's one way of thinking about it. The only thing that's kind of like not prohibiting me but making me a little more cautious is the only thing that's making me cautious is that, well, for us to get that retest, we will be below the VWAP. So along this VWAP, like you see, this is the New York VWAP. What evidence do we have that what what evidence of what type of programs do we have along this line? Okay, so this is the VWAP. There are, it seems to be, there are buy programs along the VWAP so far, right? So trading windows open. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because, when we got the open, we rallied above that. And then we came and then we retested it. We tried to sell below the VWAP and then we failed to. And then failing to made us bounce. And then we came back and then we tried to sell below it. But then big buyers stepped in and then we bought it again. So, that's, for me, that's kind of like, oh, okay, cool, we have buy programs here. So if these candlesticks then fall below the VWAP, my thing is going to be, well, maybe this buy program has become a sell program, and if it's become a sell program, whoever's selling from here and whoever's going to get that momentum to break below these buyers, and whoever's going to have that momentum, that power per se, right? What's to say they don't short it further from the overnight value area high? What's to say because if this falls, if price breaks this overnight value area high, the next logical place that you could go to retest is the Globex VWAP or the overnight point of control. So trying to get an entry from 600 is valid because, again, why? Because we have the high volume node there. You get me? But yeah. Also, a reason to not just like jump into, to not just jump into the market, or to not just jump into the trade. You get me? As much as like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make a trade, but I want to make a high probability trade. If we do get a break above this, if we get a clean break above this, I'd like to see volume being formed here. And then if we get volume being formed there, then maybe we could go for a break and retest of the overnight value area. Not the overnight value area high, but the value area high, But we'd need volume to develop here. And then that will be proof that, like, oh, okay, cool. Like here, right? You see, we got that break, but we didn't close above this. We didn't close above 615. You know what I mean? $6.16. Maybe we get a clean break above that, 6.16. We could put our stop at 6.15. Just need a clean close above 6.16. And maybe we could go for that long. Gonna do this on test 5. 6.16. Gonna buy 5 here, and my stop is gonna go 6.12. If we get this entry here, our stop goes at 6.12. And then we will hold. Damn it, did we? One motherfucking tick away, buddy. Let me show it on the motor wave. That's what I'm going for now. Stop will go at 612, I said. Yeah, 612.50. This is a break and retest of overnight value, of not overnight value area high, but of the developing volume profile value area high. We'll go full base hit, so it's like 12 points. It's kind of what we are looking for. Just going with the momentum. If we can get a retest of that, that would be fantastic. $6.16. This is where we at. Which kind of sucks because I mean, like, we had a little, we were like dead ass one tick away from that. But it's all right. Let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see. Our stop would go, as I said, our stop would go, what is this? What type of tool is this? Yeah, our stop would go like here. 612. Something like that. Make this red. That's where our, yeah, so that's where our stop will go, 612. If we can get the retest of it, which would be, it would be nice if it could happen today. Yeah. What's the logic behind it? Well, the logic behind it is basically, the logic behind it is the VWAPs, right? We have been above, price has been above the volume weighted average price, this Globex VWAP. Throughout the Globex session, how far we are from it, and then also the fact that we bought the New York VWAP. And yeah, it just looks like we're rallying higher. So yeah, so that's what we are currently going for. And the logic for our stop basically is, our logic for our stop is the point of control. All right, don't want to put our stop right at the point of control, because is there a chance that we come and we revisit that? Yes. But then this is our low, right? 612. So if we break below 612, then, you know, we wouldn't want price to break below 612. But our value area high is shifted higher now. It's at 617.50. So I don't know if we're gonna get that same, if we're gonna get 616, but I do not want to, I don't want to chase it. I don't want to move the entry higher, you know, because we did that last week. I don't know if you guys were here for that, but we did that last week, and I kept chasing my entry, right? I kept moving my buy limit higher and higher and higher and higher, and then we got it, and then yeah, and then we got it, but price had like completely reversed, and we were stopped out in like 20 seconds or something like that. So, but yeah, that also would be a, you know, see now it's moved up. It was at 616, and then we moved up to 617, and then it moved up to 618. So a couple of things. I mean, if this value area high moves up, right? If this value area high moves up, then we will get rid of our entry. You know, if this bounces off 618 and it goes without us, you know, we'll eat that. You know what I'm saying? What else can we do? And it looks like that's exactly what it's gonna do. It looks like that's exactly what it's gonna do. Yeah, if it breaks that high, then I mean, hey. If it breaks that high and goes, then it's, you know, it will be a sad day. Not really a sad day. I'm just being dramatic at this point, but uh, it will be nice to get filled where we wanted to. But seeing as everything is shifted and everything has changed, maybe let's go for point of control entry instead, 614.75. Because if this breaks lower, you know, that's where our entry is logically. What did I call it? 614.75. If I can move there quick enough. Oh my god. Okay, let's just get it if we're getting it here. I'd rather get it at 614.75 though. Because we are gonna have to revisit the point of control is what I was gonna say. We're gonna have to retest this. 614.75. Now stop at 612. Let's not, yeah. Let's not be fools. If we break these highs, then, you know, we move our stop higher. But I'm okay with risking less than $100 for it. Let's watch the motive wave and make sure we don't miss out on any information that we might get from this. Can we break this? Can we break this value area high? Is also, watch that. Value area high is at 619. So I'm gonna move this high actually. Yeah, because we're on account two, and like I'm not gonna lie to you, this account is like suffering. So I don't want to bleed more. You know, I don't want to bleed more than I have to. If it's not gonna work out, it's not gonna work out. Cool, let's get stopped out quickly. You know, and then look for the next entry. You know, because this is at the value area high of this volume profile. So if we do rotate, you know, if we're gonna rotate higher, then we have to do it now. If not, and we come to the point of control, I don't want to risk more than, yeah. You know, if we fall within this value, then this is a fade, and our trade idea is pretty much invalid. So we're getting stopped out. Yep. All right. We'll take that. Let's wait and see. Maybe, yeah. Do we rotate from here? Or maybe let's try by 612. This is a VWAP trade. 612.50. So what we're going for here is we're going for a long off the New York VWAP because we got it there. Okay. This needs to like bounce like right now. So yeah, so that's a New York VWAP entry. Just move this lower so we see it. What's this? 606. Let's let that play out. $606.75. 606.75. All right, let's see. Let's see if we get that. If we can break above the point of control, we good. All right, so that's a break above the point of control. No sudden movements. I mean, an exit at 620 is not bad because that's the value area high, but yeah, look, we get above. I'm gonna move this here. Yeah. Let's move it above break even again because, like, honestly, guys, like, don't want to lose any money from this account. Don't want to lose any more money. Like, I'm sharp with the L's on this account because also like break even, right, is not a losing trade. You get me? So if this is gonna rotate, then it's gonna rotate sharp. But yeah, what is this? Need this point of control 614 to hold. 614 can hold. We're good. If not, then it's done. We're gonna have to look for another one. Yeah, point of control seems like it held a little. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm playing super defense. Yeah, like this is our Teta ball, you know. People will call it haram football. I don't care. Or haram trading. I don't care. Like, if you want entertainment, go watch. What's what's everyone watching now? The Polygamist. If you want entertainment, go watch The Polygamist, bro. Me, just trying to protect this bag. 131. Ali. Come on, 620. You need to break above 620. Then I can what? Yeah, low key. We're gonna move this here. Even if it's like $50, we take from it. We take $50 from it. You get me? Okay, cool. So this is. Hey, the overnight value also shifted 622. Yeah, let's secure more. If you rotate here, then you rotate here. You get me? Is it incline or is it? Are we going all the way to the top? All right. I mean, what was that? Was that 622? 620? 620. All right. Well, we're not bleeding as much from that account anymore, so where did this stop us out? 618.50. Yeah. Maybe I should have held it. I don't know. Yeah, but if I keep thinking about it, like that, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna start feeling pretty shitty about myself. But I think we got out. I think we got out at a good place. 618.50. I think we got out right where we were supposed to. Maybe if we held it a little longer, we were gonna get that continuation higher. It just wasn't. Yeah, it just didn't want to play that long. 618.50. Let's journal this. Let's put this in the journal. Documents, trades, models. Nope. Assets. Nope. Trades. There you go. Lucid 5. New folder. What's today? Monday the 15th. Monday 15 June 2026. From what time? From 10, right? From 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Yeah, no. What time was the exit? 10:04. That was the exit. And I am collecting these screenshots, boss. I'm collecting all of them because I want to make sure that, like, when I say come and join the Telegram group, I am playing. I ain't playing. We could try a fade of the value area low. Don't know though. I don't know. Fade of the value area low is what? 611.25. Could work. 611.25, and then we go for. That's a mean reversion trade. Go for full rotation of. Should I not? Let's give it a try. $6.11. I don't know. I don't feel really good about this one though. 611.25. Why don't I feel particularly good about this one? Again, because we'll be falling below the VWAP, So I don't know, and I haven't done mean reversion trades. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is one of those ones that works out for me, or if it's one of those that doesn't. But I guess we'll find out. Where is my stop gonna go? Stop has to go here, 60625. Hey, boss. Let's do the same thing because we made money. Don't want to make money and then give it back. You get me? So if you stop me out now, and or forever hold your peace. Or otherwise go. I will take 20 break evens. I don't give a fuck. Okay, cool. So that's the mean reversion. Yeah, that's like, we've tried, how many trades have we tried here? 3. We've tried 3 from this account. I think we should call it a wrap for this account now. Let's wait. Let's wait for an overnight value trade or for a Globix value, for a Globix trade. Yeah. Maybe not. Or did I just spook myself out of that quickly? No, let's wait and see. Let us wait and see. Oh, look at that big Salah. Big Salah, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You know, another thing about like this whole technical analysis thing and marking these levels, right? Is that like sometimes when you call something before it happens, if you're like, I don't know about trading from here because of this, and then you see it happen, it kind of gives you a little more conviction. Like, I'm fine. Look, if we miss out on this trade, I'm fine with missing out on this trade, right? Because mean reversion trades, not really in my playbook. Don't really trade those, you know. Yeah, the VWAP trade is in my playbook though, right? But like now, this is shifted now. If you remember what I was saying earlier about like buy programs in the VWAP, we bought it here, bought it here, bought it here, right? And this is where I entered my trade off the evidence of here and here. But now that we've broken below it, right? Now that we've broken below it, this is now a sell program. And I don't know, bro. I wouldn't have wanted to risk, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have wanted to just like sit in a trade like that. So a couple of things, like we were overextended here, we rotated, we got to the value area high. We tried to break above value area high, we failed to, and then we got to value area low. But value area low is also below or beneath the New York VWAP. So it's not clear. It's not very obvious. It's not very obvious, and I don't like things that are not clear and cut. I want, like, if I'm to make a trade, I want to, not like 100%, like I want to know that for sure I'm gonna win this trade, because you never know for sure if you're gonna win a trade, right? But there are things where you can just like look at it and you're like, the probability of this working in my favor is lower than it. The probability of it not working in my favor is high. So I don't feel like too much of an idiot because we would have been stopped out there. So good thing that we got out when we broke even. Also could just be a sweep of liquidity and then we buy, but there's also an imbalance here. So, I don't know. If 150 is what we're taking from the market today, and 150 is what we're taking from the market today, we'll come back tomorrow and then we'll dial another plan. We'll make a plan. We'll make a plan for tomorrow. You know what I mean? No need to. No need to pop pop. We'll watch it though. It is only a Monday, and it's only 15 minutes away from initial balance being set. You know. Yeah, this is an ugly day to be trading. Oh, I'm telling you, there are people right now who have been who have been liquidated. There's someone today who breached their account. Tut tut tut. What did I want to show you? What did I want to show ya? See, value area lows shifted lower also. Cool. Let's do a couple of things. Let's turn this. Let's go to a 5 minute. As this orb thing, which is like first 30 minutes. So 5, 10, 15. That's 30. Yeah, so basically, like the orb opening range break is if you close above the 30-minute, right, which would be there. If you close above it, then there's a high probability of you going higher. But we didn't close above that, so and that's a 5 minute close. So a 5 minute candle that closes above the 30-minute range. So if this would have been after 30 minutes at 10, right? So if at this point we had broken above this ORH opening range high, then there'd be a higher probability of us going higher, but we didn't get that. So there's another little playbook. Not in my playbook though. It's just something that I've heard of and know of. Just not the way it's not particularly the way I trade. Yeah, this is probably a cleaner mean reversion, right? Because now you have a low, right? Now you have a closer low. You have a low that took liquidity, that swept liquidity, like this wick, swept liquidity here, right? And then you came and then you got a retest of the value area low. So maybe from value area low to point of control, that's also something like that. To the point of control. Boss. It's not like that. Little young Yana 8 pointy. Now that I know though. Now that I know that you can do that like that. Yeah. Small mean reversion. That's gonna touch the point of control, surely. Maybe. Maybe not. Small mean reversion. Yeah, see now our point of control is also shifted lower. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, it does look like we might have one of those rangy days. We had this like 2 weeks ago. This is looking pretty D-shaped. Sorry, just checking if like there was someone breaking into my house. But yeah, I was looking pretty D-shaped. So maybe some rotation. We break this and then we go to value area high and then it rotates and kind of just based off that. Take off the candlesticks, no bars. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the end of the D. Something like that. Maybe. Could be one of those days. Also, it is FOMC week. You know what that means? If you do, let me know because I don't know what that means. That is apparently pretty important. So yeah, I think let's wait for initial balance and try and figure out a plan for initial balance. Try and see what we can do for that initial balance trade. Let's try and find reasons to do things. What would be our reason to do this? Why would we retest this and then come back to the point of control? What would be a reason for that? Because, you know, yeah, just think about it. I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to call along from there. I mean, the only thing is like, because I guess it's like the open, right? But that doesn't really mean jack shit. You know, it really would be putting a lot of weight on the volume weighted average price on the blue line, and just saying because we've bought the VWAP, you know, during the Globix session, you know, that we've been above, that price has been above that blue line, as you can see, the entire session, right? From, yeah, you know, price has been above it, as you can see, and that maybe that's what's gonna keep us bullish for the day, you know, that this could potentially hold for, you know, hold any move that's gonna go lower. Also, another way to look at it is that we got a break of the overnight value area high, right? And what we're getting now is a retest, or we could potentially get is a retest of the overnight value area high. You know, so as you're seeing, like this entire up move, if I change this to a 15-minute, change to a 5, you'll be able to see it a lot clearer. All right, break above overnight value area high, and then we come back and then we retest it, right? You could think of it like that. Ausstimelam som sizzler. So I mean that could be one way of that could be one way to think about it. But the market is not your friends. You know? The market is not your friend because there's lots of liquidity below here. This is all money. There's someone who went long here, and this is all money. You know, so I mean, why not break? Why not break? You know, could easily just like break and go and retest the overnight point of control, or go and retest the overnight value area low. That could be a trade. You know, I think what would be best for my risk would be this. Something like that. That would be possibly the best thing for my risk. You know, and also because we, you know, at that point we'd also be below this moving average. That's if we do an initial balance low trade. These dogs is going crazy, boss. I ain't gonna lie, I do want a dog though myself. I don't want a dog myself. I myself would like a dog. I think is how you say it in English. I would love a dog, bro. I'd love to have a dog. But yeah, so I mean, that's kind of how I'm seeing it. If we can break below, you know, if we can break below that value area high, that value area low, excuse me. We can break below that value area low, Um, then, and we get to the overnight value area high, I can see why we would want to revisit those other levels, you know. I don't know if that's a Dalton rule. I don't think that's a Dalton rule in itself. Like with Globex, entering one area of value and rotating to the other. I don't think that applies like that. I think that only applies to previous day value. I'll research it. I'll go and look it up and see if there's anything. Yeah, if there's anything that says anything about that. My camera freezes and I'm always like in the worst facial positions. I'm always like, I'm always like looking like a zombie. I'm just like, because I talk a lot. Just be lying to you good folks on the internet. But yeah, initial balance in 3.5 minutes. In 3.5 minutes. We'll see. Let's see what we get. So that's what I'm thinking over here with the initial balance low. If we can fall below that. If we go above if we hit initial balance high, I mean, what else can I say? I guess like a break of these highs, and a break of these highs, and then we see if it holds as support. If that resistance then becomes support. So we break above these, maybe we put our stop here at 4.2. Maybe even lower, because I mean there is a chance that maybe something like that. That's a bit much though. I ain't gonna lie to you. This would be a pretty wide stop. Honestly, realistically, if we break above this and then we come back to value area low, that would invalidate our trade idea. So there'd be no reason to hold it beyond that. But we could potentially get a break of 622.50. So let's do this. 622.50. Make it a buy stop. And where will stop go? Stop will go to where value area high is. See, the value area high is also shifted higher, so that's even better for us. Something like that. 2.25 stop. Not me trying to subtract the number. 620. 620.25. Something like that. Yeah. Because if we do get a break, then want to see this hold. Want to see the initial balance hold. And if that holds, then we're good. If it doesn't, and it goes to the value area low, then why would we want to hang around? Why would we want to hang around? That would be some pretty damning evidence. 622.50, cool. But yeah, lots of ifs. Lots of if we can do that. And if we can do this, then we can do that. If we can do this, then we do this. And big chess. I'm also just applying like my logic behind this trade is also with the risk, it's also with the risk. And whatever we get above this, if we can keep breaking, like once we make a certain high, I am gonna trail this. right? I am gonna trail this because then if we then start to move lower, okay, if we start to move lower, then I am going to, then one of the trades that we can expect is, I heard this from another stream. It's called Tyson trade because there's a guy called Tyson who always did initial balance to VWAP trades. So initial balance low to VWAP or initial balance high to VWAP, to whichever VWAP was like closest. So that's why they called it a Tyson trade, but yeah, we'll see. This is a lot. This is expecting a lot. That's a small basic. Nothing too dramatic. But yeah, initial balance is officially set. Initial balance is officially set. So let's see if we can break above, if we can break above these highs, then we have a good chance of, doing that move. You know what I mean? Also, we're like respecting this moving average quite a lot, honestly. This was like pre-market over here. Also, 7:30 between 7:35 and 7:45 EST. It's like in the morning. So 2 hours before the session. And yeah, man, I mean, then again, like 9:05. Then we came and we bought it here, bought this moving average, so this is also kind of acting as a form of support, But then again, if it breaks, then it kind of changes our whole thesis and idea, behind what we could potentially do, Yeah. But yeah, big sellers stepping in there. 286 lots. Let's see if they get rewarded. Like getting rewarded, I mean, like, do they then get the resultant move down? Do you understand what I mean? Let's watch it closely. One of my eyes still lazy. My doctor trying to vaccinate my rabies. He drive an old school Mercedes and graduated way back in the 80s. Shady. I'm playing FIFA on the Dreamcast. I'm different. Are you still loyal when your team lasts? Hey, boss, why is... Has my tradesy been doing this for you guys like the entire time? Because I want you guys to be able to see when the entry comes in. So that's if the entry comes in. It just froze at 75 for you there. Are you sure you would? Yes, remove it. Okay. Sorry guys. I just want to make sure you guys can see the trade C as well. And that it's updating in real time, because what is its actual motherfucking problem? All right. One thing about me, boss, is I will close it if it does not want to cooperate. All right, let's give it another try. Indigo streams, hey? There we go. That's better, right? Yeah. That's all I wanted it to do. I just wanted to make sure that price was also moving at the same time, which is it? Okay. All right, boss. But yeah, that seems to be working fine. It's exciting for the chat. Yeah, my stops still would have to go at the overnight value area. So that's what, 3 points now? 619.50. Also, you know what's crazy? Man, I don't like talking about this stuff, because like it makes me sound like a hater. And it also makes me sound like I am, you know, the guy when it comes to this shit. I'm the like I'm John Cena for this trading thing. But I will say though, respectfully, right? I know a lot of people. I know there's a big like trading community in Zen, right? I know there's a huge trading community in Zen. A lot of people. There's a lot of like traders. You know, a lot of people flipping accounts. A lot of people doing. A lot of traders. There's a lot of traders. What I'm getting at. Lots of forex traders also, right? So gold traders, forex, GBP, JPY, all of that stuff. And I feel like, yeah, like the CFD markets are a good place to get a start, right? Like I feel like still like trading CFDs is still profitable. I can't knock that. Like people make money off trading CFDs, you know? Still though, with that, like before I started trading live, like I went on to TikTok. I was on TikTok. I'm like, yo, let me see who's trading live, who's doing this. And then like everyone I was finding is like, it's like traders from the US, traders from the UK, traders from Australia, traders in Dubai, right? And the thing about like some of those traders is like they've been trading for years, right? They've been trading for years, and some of them are really good traders. Some of them just trade some of them trade in ways that are different from the way that I trade, or at least the way that I've been learning how to do all of this stuff, right? And I don't agree with like everyone who trades online. but people are profitable. And but like also for almost every trader that I've found who trades online, there's always a caveat of some sort. There's always a come and join the free Telegram group, and then inside the free Telegram group, there's a mentorship of some sort. Do I knock that? Nah, I don't knock that, because if you've spent time learning how to do something and people want to learn from you, then 100% that's value, right? That's value. So if people are gonna want to learn from you, then and you can charge them for it, then charge them for it, and make your money. That's all good. What I'm against though is people making money from their mentorships and then making it seem like instead they're making their money from their trading, because those are two different things, you know. So for example, you guys saw me. I took $150 trade, right? I took $150 trade, and I took $150 out of the market when I was like targeting $300, right? But you also saw me take two break-even trades. Okay, so what are we net today? Today we're net 150. And also, I didn't lie. I'm not pretending that this is live capital. On my X, I did say that like I'm gonna be trading these prop firm accounts, and I'm gonna be trading them until we move from eval, which is where we're at right now, to funded. And then once we get to funded, then we're gonna work from funded, and then we're gonna try and get to payout. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna use a 90-day framework, right? So we're gonna be here for 90 days, because after 21 days certain things stick. After 90 days they're not just habits, they're just like they're a system, right? So I'm doing this live, and I'm doing this online to document the process, and also to keep myself accountable, but more so to document the process. Like I want there to be proof and evidence of the fact that like, nah, I started on the 1st of June, and I started on the 1st of June, and I followed these set of rules. And here are the days when I took L's, and you can see that in my journals. I'm not lying. I'm not hiding things. I'm not fabricating things, whatever, right? But I also understand that like right now, if I was to come out and say, come and join my mentorship starts at $600, right? And 10 of you hop onto the mentorship, that's gonna be where a majority of my income, my trading income, comes from. I think there just needs to be transparency around that, because people will flex the lifestyle, like, oh, look at my watch, look at my car, look at the crib that I'm living in, whatever. But then they're doing that from mentorship. And then you go and you kind of like peep the mentorship or whatever. Not that I've like paid for mentorship or anything like that. But it's like, damn, like how much of that could you have done yourself? Which brings me to the next point. Which brings me to my original point, and even my next point. When, with the full knowledge that like, yeah, there's a huge trading community in Zim. I'm like, but like how many of these traders are actually trading live? Like how many? I haven't. If there are, please put a link, and I'd love to go and support. And you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll watch their recaps, because I'm not gonna watch them during the markets, unless it's like during London session or something. But yeah, but like my thing was like, how many of these traders are actually like trading during like live markets, and they're trading live markets online, like, with proof and evidence. Because when I went, because I've gone and I've checked out a lot of WhatsApp channels and a lot of like Telegram channels, and there's a lot of pooling and a lot of like, oh, you come and drop $100, and we only have space for like 5. And it's like, damn, like why is that like so much? Why is that like that big of your hustle, when on your YouTube channel you're posting a lifestyle? Like you were just in Singapore or wherever the fuck, right? Just giving an example, because I don't want to like air anyone. But it's like, yeah, no, but like hold on, like you just traveled, right? So what's the hustle? Like, why are you trying so hard to like get people to You hear me? It's a little sus for me. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about all of that. Yeah, I don't understand like the whole give me $100. Nah, fam. If you have $100, you know what you should do with it? Take your $100, bro. Go and buy a prop firm account, and go and get a 50K prop firm account from Lucid Trading. I wish I had a discount code, which I could just like drop in there for you guys, or leave in my bio, or in like a pinned profile, in a pinned post, pinned comment, you know. And then yeah, and then like go and get a prop firm account, and yeah, and instead of like trying to flip $50 and make $50 into 200, which by the way, that's the equivalent of trying to get 100%. That's actually not the equivalent. That is trying to get 100%. You know, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but I mean like, if it was sustainable, how many trader trillionaires do you think there'd be? Because dude, like if you can take $100 and make it into $200 with one trade, then surely you can do that with 100 grand. You know, you could do that. Like you could go 100 grand, 200 grand, 400 grand, 800 grand, a mil. Actually, a mil 600, 3.2 mil, 6.4 mil, 128. You get me? You could do that. Like, I'm just saying. Just saying. You gotta be a little. Gotta be a little tuned in. You gotta be a little tapped in before you get, before you get involved in things that aren't gonna be, that aren't gonna be fruitful over time. Why am I trading live? Is it like to prove something to you guys? Nah, like honestly, and also I'm fine with like being called out. If there's someone who's like, oh yeah, but like this is a better way to trade, and etc. etc. and this is how I do it, and it's like, well, happy for you, bro. Congratulations. But this is the way that I trade, and I'm keeping myself accountable. And on top of having a journal where I type my thoughts behind my trades and all of that, I also have a video journal of all of my trades. And I'm doing it online because I've always been a community person, and this channel started off as a community channel. So of the people who've been in my community, 142 subscribers, shout out. If you're, if you want to get some value from something, if we've been doing crypto, we were doing crypto, and we still are. Like we cover Plume, and I'm sure we're going to be covering like some other tokens and assets and stuff. But yeah, like I've been focused on learning the futures market since last year October. Since last year October, and that sounds like such a long time ago, but like honestly, it's only been 9 months. It's only been 9 months, and it's only been 9 months, and I'm trading like this, with this much confidence after 9 months. So like, just imagine like now, when I continue with this, like imagine what this is gonna be like after 2 years. You know what I mean? So it's that. I just don't want you guys to be scammed. Oops, that's my stomach. My stomach doesn't want you guys to be scammed either. But here we go. Value area high. If we can break above this value area high, yeah, the next hour only, the trade that we're trying to take, remember guys, is we're trying to take this initial balance long, right? And we're just using the momentum, right? We're just using the momentum. And we'll go again, like thought process is that whoever started the short move, whoever started selling from here, right? Let me hide this volume profile for now. Pretty D-shaped as well. But yeah, what are we saying? Basically, this was the beginning of the short move, right? Cool. If we can break above this, the initiators of these shorts are gonna have their positions underwater, right? If they haven't already got out here. You get me? So whoever went short from here, if we can break above the initial balance, they are going to have to close their positions. And if they close their positions, then we're going to have more momentum going upside, because for them to close out of their positions, they're going to have to buy out of their sells. So that's what we're looking at. Yeah, that's what we're trying. That's what we're, you know, yeah, that's what we're looking at. But for that to happen, this overnight, not overnight, this developing volume profile, this has to break. Like we need a clean break above this. And honestly, I mean, we could go, you know, like a buy stop is aggressive. A buy stop is aggressive, and it's kind of because like I'm also anticipating that like whatever break we're gonna get above this, above that high, is gonna be super aggressive. You know, yeah, at least that initial break. If we get a touch of it, if we try and break and then we get like hit down, like if we get like a wick, we get there and then we go back down, tough cookies. At least we'd have given it a shot. Would have given it a good try. And then like whatever happens with it, we'll just trail it. We'll just trail the stop. So let's see if we get it here or in the next couple of minutes. Yeah, because I was talking a lot of game, wasn't I? Hey, these traders, hey, their groups, Telegram, WhatsApp, what? Now I need to show my working. So this is our value area high, all right? That red line, which is our stop, by the way, all right? This is where our stop is gonna go. Maybe our stop can go at 617.75, just below that candle. It'll depend. Actually, we'll keep it tight. We'll keep it at 619.25. Like honestly, because if we don't get that initial break, like a big part also of like trading is the biggest part of trading is managing risk. So more than anything, it's not just about where you make money. It's about how you preserve the capital, right? It's about how you preserve the capital. So I wouldn't want to have a wide stop. I don't want to have a wide stop on this. And you'll see when we open, I mean, if we do get this trade, like our stop is from our bracket is gonna go to around 614, 614.50. This is where our stop is gonna go. Right, 614.50. That's $200. 614.50 is, yeah, 614.50 is like no man's land, honestly, because it's not on the point of control. It's not a value level. It's not at a VWAP. So so if we are gonna fall below this value area, right, then yeah, boss, then like let's get out, because if we fail to break that, then we're gonna rotate. If we fail to break this, we're coming to VWAP. We're hitting 613, so gonna have to be very quick with it. And we're gonna have to be very, very quick with the way that we move our stop. Yeah, that's just me. That's just what I think. Of course, I've frozen on stream. Just but all right, let's go. Let's see. I need a very aggressive break, like like the orders just come in, and it just just shoots up. You know what I'm saying? That was loud, sorry. But yeah, just a patience thing. Should put a parental guidance thing on stream. See, value area shifted higher again. Now we're at 619.75, which is fine. What could be awkward is if our value area goes right at the initial balance. You know, we're gonna have to think about that scenario and what we would have to do to manage that trade. You know. All right, 619.75. All right, here we go. The fact that we didn't rotate within kind of gives me a little more confidence that we can continue going to the upside. It is really just a thing about how we break past this high, you know? That's really what it is. Yeah, I think what I'll do is, it would be wide. We'll put it at 618. We'll put our stop at 618 because we have a logical low. So I mean, breaking that would be our trade invalidated, which puts our stop at about 125, which would be giving back pretty much what we made today. But we're in it now. Let me say our stop is 618. So let's manage this now, right? 618, 112. That's our stop. All right, this first minute is gonna tell us a lot. Is this a look above and fail, or are we gonna hold? Are we gonna hold that level or not? You know. We'll see if buyers can step in. Okay, so that's the initial break. Do we get a retest of it, or do we just keep going? Okay, so that's break. Do we get a retest here or nah? Retest, does it hold? That's tricky because also the 1 hour candle is about to close. So I don't know, boss. I genuinely do not know. Yeah, because also we don't. Yeah, I think that was a retest. That looks like it was a retest, was it? Yeah, it was a retest. Very close, 622.50. Right, see that wick there? Got the retest of it, so need this to close above that high. If we can close above that high, we won't be dumb. We'll move our stop. Yeah, time, let's move our stop now. All right, break even. So whatever happens, we can't lose this trade. Ish, boss. All of that waiting. All of that waiting. If this goes now, I will be a little annoyed, but we will call it a day. the hater in me wants this to fall because if yeah, because if we're right about this and this goes, that would be a pretty shitty way to end the stream. But yeah, 6:25 ish boss. I think it's gonna go. That kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh, let's give it 4 more minutes and see if we if you know if we can get the inverse of this. We will need a high, but I mean, like, no, I don't know. Now I genuinely don't know because the initial thing that we were going for was a break, right? We were going for a break. So now changing our bias this quickly is usually not the best thing to do. But if we fail to break this high, right? If we fail to break this high, then what we are looking at is we are looking at us coming back to come and hit, the view app, which would be 613.75. But now it's a lot of ifs. What did I call it? 622.50. We'll put it at 622.25 because that's below. Yeah. And where would our stop go? It's a very, very quick change in bias there, ain't it? Very, very swaft, as the kids would say. But yeah, I mean, logic behind it really is that, I don't know, I just thought like we were gonna get a cleaner break above, So unless we make a low, and if we make a low and then we break above these highs, then yeah, that's like that trade idea pretty much gone. Which is all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. There was, what could we have done there? I think moving our stop, I think moving our stop break even was as a result of a lot of trauma. We traumatized. A lot of trauma. 800, not 800, 200. So an 8-point stop would be, yeah. This would be a 1-to-1. This is like watching. This is like watching the girl that you love get away from you and go and date someone who ain't shit. This is the equivalent of that. Hey, like, but baby girl, I thought you and I thought we had a future. I thought you and I were gonna do this for life. And she's like, nah, nigga, you broke. I don't deal with no brokies. Per se. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if we can get this. If we break that 632.5, then that's gonna be that for the stream. Would be a little disappointing, but would be a little disappointing if we continue going higher. seeing as I did move my stop higher, but yeah, I just didn't want to lose any money today. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop my Monday like that. You know. So we'll see if we do break these lows. You know, if we break these lows, then we do have a chance for this Tyson trade, which is just a mean reversion from the initial balance back to VWAP. You know, we and again we will trail it. You know, if we get it, if we can get it, if we can get it. There we go. I said it the right way. But yeah, but a break above this, this would be pretty. This would be pretty much gone, honestly. And that's like really on. And also again, like this is the full amount of risk that I'm willing to put on per day. Like my personal daily loss limit is $200, so this would be the $200. You know, gone from the day. It'd be $175 loss. Which would take away everything that we made today and then plus another 25. So yeah, we are kind of dependent on this not breaking this high anymore. So 650, if we, yeah, you know, if we can stay above the initial, if we stay above the initial balance, then we are pretty much done for the day, you know. So yeah, so how do we react to these lows? Do we break below these lows? Do we break below 62450? And then if we do get a break below 62450, then we want a clean break below 62250. Otherwise, if we find support here and we break that, then and that's that for the day. We will take the whatever amount we made today. I'm not even sure if it's like 150 or whatever amount it is, you know. But yeah, but we'd need a very clean break, you know. Hence 62225. And yeah, so just again, just to reiterate, we go above this, then and it's, did I disappoint you or let you down? Should I be feeling guilty? Can you get a copyright strike for singing someone else's song on stream? That would be an interesting trivia question. But yeah, let's wait and see. Bap, 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 bap. Dun, 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 dun. So again, remember guys, we break above these highs, then that's like pretty much us done for the day. Because then we're just gonna be going higher and higher, you know. Which was our initial trade idea, but you know. What happens here? Do we, yes, no? Yeah, because a break above that will be very violent. Or at least it should be. At least you'd think it would be. Oh, here we go. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. Goodbye, my lover. Oh, what a banger of a song, hey? I'm telling you, don't want to be listening to that song when you're thinking about someone you used to love. You will call them back. All right, so we failed to break those highs. Let's see if we break this low. Can we break this low? Can we break 624.75? Yo, whoever is blocking that move is really, really aggressive. I mean, look at that. Also, big buyer stepped in there. These guys need to win immediately, or otherwise it's gonna be a bloodbath. These guys need reward. These 310 here. They need yeah, they need this thing to move past that. Otherwise, I'd hate to have to be in their position. Actually, I'm lying. I'd love to be in that position because we'd be up like almost $100 and something. You know, we would have cooked for the day. But I had guababa. I had trading guababa, I ain't gonna lie. Who's up here? 61. I mean, it's not even like a lot of orders. 60. Yeah, I mean, look at that. 62. There's not a lot going on here. You know? Do we have any major resistance at 622? Nothing. And then it's just like pretty thin. All the way almost up to 611. This is like super, super thin, so. Yeah, just like looking at the orders here from the DOM, from the depth of market. But yeah, let's see what happens. Yo, tough cookies for these guys. Could be good for us though. Could be good for us now. Cool. Yeah, but you see, we failed to break these lows also, so it's like, you know, if sellers want to take control of this, they have to do it like, they have to press it. You know, they can't allow buyers to go above 629. Alone dance. Yeah, I would, you know, 616 would have to be like where we actually get out. And so I ain't gonna lie. 616. 616. That's where we'd have to get out. Just depends. I mean, yeah. Depends. There's a lot kind of riding on this. If the value area goes right up to the initial balance and we manage to to slip within it, could be a nice mean reversion plus initial balance short, you know, because then the levels would have stacked up. The initial balance would be in line with the value area high, you know. Yeah, it's a lot. Do we break above 629 or not is the question. Because basically, you know, one way to think about this, right? One way to think about this, these market moves is whenever we have like this consolidation, whenever price moves horizontally, it's because buyers and sellers have an agreement, right? buyers and sellers agree, like, oh yeah, this is a good place for us to participate in the market, right? 629. If we hit 630, we're done. We'll just like close that entry. But yeah, but let me just like make this point before we potentially get off stream. So yeah, so it's like, you know, we have agreed, right? This is too expensive. This is too cheap. This is too expensive. This is too cheap, right? And then what the market does is then the market then pushes price to find new value, right? Which is these imbalances. So like from here up to there, and you can see it if I put a volume profile on, right? Just from here, from the beginning of this up move, right, till there. This is where volume, this is the volume for this up move. This is the auction for this up move, right? And now from here, now you can then start to see, okay, cool. Well, from just these market participants, from this up move to there, that is the value area high. This is the point of control. So okay, so what are the things that we can look at, you know, that we can expect? Well, if we can break below this point of control, then the next place where we could possibly like find some form of resistance is this auction's value area low, right? And then if it doesn't, then you know, then we're gonna break lower. Sorry, this auction's value area low is here at 620.50. You know, so yeah. So you can break it down like bit by bit, like, oh, okay, cool. Like, where's value now? Where is value shifting? Has value shifted? What is deemed fair value? What is premium? What is discount? You know, and you kind of like break it down bit by bit, like that, like that. Yeah, yeah. So that's one way of doing it as well. You know, so just like from the beginning of one move to the end of that move. You know, so like here, whatever was fair value, which is like all the way here, is not fair value anymore. Like wherever, like the participants within this auction here, they've deemed that that was too expensive. You can see it also. I mean, like there were a set of buyers that stepped in to try and get this higher, but they didn't get the resultant up move, right? You know, because if buyers step into the market, what do you expect? You expect the market to go higher, right? Logically, that's what you'd expect, right? But it is still ongoing. So you know, so we had that up move, and then after we had that up move, now what are we having? We're having consolidation now. We had the imbalance, and now we're having the balance. You know, what people would call, what do they call it? Accumulation, manipulation, and then what does the D stand for? Distribution, right? Yeah, so accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. I don't know what the distribution, quote unquote, would look like in that sense. Just again, just like using terms that I've seen people throw around on the internet. But yeah, I mean, we could still, you know, we could still be in for something here, man. I'm gonna lie to you. It's just a matter of like whether we can stick around and you know, can we, you know, maybe here for a little longer. Just in case you know, just in case my kids ask me what I did with my 30s. And they see me on stream vaping and talking shit. A long dance. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so I mean, like, if we break these lows here, important 624.75. 624.75. We can break 624.75. That would be Fantastic. They're giving it another try. The buyers just stepping in again. Yeah, someone's absorbing these orders, bro. Someone's absorbing these buy orders, you know? Just can't see them, yeah. Or are they? Or have they? Have they been? Nah, that's gone, bro. That's what we call hopium. That was a dose of hopium. But yeah, does kind of suck that we didn't get that though. Sucks a little. It's like $200 now here. And probably and then some, because this is gonna be a distribution move, and we're probably gonna get a retest of 629.50. Yeah, probably gonna get a retest of 629.50 and then continue up, unless this is just some form of liquidity sweep. But let's see how we react to 629.50, and then for sure we'll call it, or yeah, and then for sure we'll call it dead, or we'll, you know, just stick around a little longer. But 629.50, and the value area high shifted higher, so it looks pretty gone to me, buddy. It looks pretty dead to me. Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll work on that initial balance trade. We'll work on that initial balance trade. I don't want to. Also, I don't want to not move my stops. I don't want to like. I don't want to get into the habit of allowing full losses. You know, because I also never know whether something is going to be a full loss or not. You know, so moving my stop, even though it did kind of get us out of a potentially good move. I mean, what I thought was the retest was actually the next candle was the retest, and we could have like given that a little more grace, I guess, and waited that out and just like waited for that up move, right? Yeah, of which I didn't. You know, I did move my stop really quickly. Even though I had initially planned to put it at 618 or something like that. I know it was like a 3-point stop, 619, I think. You know, so, you know, yeah, I don't want to get in, I don't want to not do that, because as much as possible, if I can, if I can get into trades that, if I'm break even 4 out of 5 times, and of those 4 times that I'm break even, I miss out on a good move 2 out of those 4 times. But then of the other 2 times, I protect losing capital. I'll do it all the time. I'm not even gonna like think about it too much. Like, I'll do it all the time, because I'd much rather be break even than be in like 300, like 200 and something dollar drawdown for the day. Like, no, you know. So yeah, so I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. Potential mean reversion here. Let's turn this to 15 minutes and see what it looks like on the 15M. It looks ugly on the 15 minutes, I ain't gonna lie. It doesn't look like it wants to come back, does it? On that 15-minute candle. We could maybe let's give it 5 more minutes and see how this closes, and then uh yeah, let's just watch how this closes on the 15 minute, and then we will officially call it at 11:30 EST. This will be one of our longest streams today. You know. I don't know, Cassie. Let me see what she said here. Dun, dun, dun. As long as you don't use their instrumental. Oh, oh, you mean with the singing, with the singing on stream? Mad. Yeah, because I'll just be out here singing people's songs and not crediting them, not crediting the songwriter. So it is what it is. Yeah. How we close this 15-minute candle is also going to be, you know, I guess it's also going to tell us some things, you know. Which then begs the question, if I'm gonna look at a 15-minute candle, then like why don't I just trade using 15-minute candles? Like why don't I just trade using larger frame, like higher time frame, right? Because this looks a lot cleaner. Mm. Does look a lot cleaner, no lie. But again, it's the reason is because of how we put our stops and how we determine our entries and all of that stuff. So like the 1 minute gives us a lot more information, which is why we use the 1 minute. Which is why I use the 1 minute and not the 15-minute candles. But seeing how this closes though is gonna kind of give me some clues as to whether whether we have potential for that sell, you know, for that sell. Are we still gonna come back to initial balance, or did we miss the initial balance trade? You know, if we missed it, tough cookies, right? You know, we come back tomorrow, and yeah, we come back tomorrow. We take our money and we go watch series. You know, go watch series. Go onto Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Go on Instagram. See how bad women are really. And by bad, I don't mean like as in like they're bad people, of which most of them are. But I mean like bad as in like I've been getting I liked one post. Swear to God, I liked this post from the BAL, the Basketball African League, and yeah, like it just popped. I mean, I did follow them a while ago because I follow the BK Arena, right? So there was a post where the BK Arena and the Basketball African League, yeah, there was like a post that they put out. And I was like, these women, like these Rwandan women, oh my God, like all of them just look tea, like all like every single post, everything that they posted, like all the women were gorgeous. I was like, what is actually going on here? So I made the mistake of liking a post, and then after I liked the post, I also left a comment on that post. Yeah, and my comment was basically, this must be the highest concentration of beautiful people in one Instagram post. And that comment has like 60 something likes. Now, because of my good will and my good hearted naturedness, don't know if that's a word, but now because of that, on God, I get all my notifications, like not even notifications, because I don't even have like notifications on Instagram, but like all of the suggested posts that I get are from Kigali, and they're all tens. Like it's like what I was like, I can see the devil tempting me. I'm just like, nah, not today, Satan, not today. Excuse me. Yeah, boys, I think this one is chai. I think this one is done. Eh? If it does come back and it gets the initial balance trade, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to wait around for another 15 minutes to see, because the way that I see it is, we're gonna retest this value area high. Let's switch back to a 1 minute so that you guys can see it a lot clearer. Yeah, we're gonna retest this initial balance high, and yeah, and then we're just gonna move from there. So it is unfortunate. It would have been fantastic if we got that trade. Would we have got like full TP? I think we would have got full TP from 22. Yeah, we would have got full TP now. But Baizile Ntoan. Baizile. So it's all good. We will call it a wrap. We'll call it a wrap. Not too disappointed about it. Not too disappointed about it. I mean, we did have a dub from the day, which is, yeah, $168 -5 for the charges. So that's the order that we have on right now on the MES. Can I actually see this on a chart? Huh. It's interesting. I don't know how I could do that. Yes, close it. I genuinely did not know I could do that. But yeah, ooh, smart stomach. I am hungry and I am tired. This is our accounts are doing 49, 848. So yeah, we're still in drawdown on this, on account 2. We didn't trade from account 1 today, so yeah. I think let's call it a wrap. We'll be back. We will be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow same time. Hey, boss. Yeah, this one is the X that got away for sure. Cause look at that. Oh shit. What happened here? Yeah, see that? Yeah, what was this? Do we want to stick around for this and see? Do you want to fuck around and find out? Hey, because it would have sucked if that went all the way down, tagged us in, and then went back up. That would have been horrible. What was that actually, though? We need to know. Let's find out. Let me find out what that was, because that was I'll do this off stream. 1 second. Where are we going? Financial juice. Yeah. Yeah. Dub is still a dub, bro. You're right. As for, yeah, man, as for the baddies over there on the Instagram, boss. Oh, this man is talking. Donald Trump is talking. G7 Summit 2026 in France. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best time to get off. But I also want to see, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a part of me that's still like, but like, let's see. Let's see. Like, let's collect the data. You know what I mean? Part of me still wants to be involved, which could be against like better judgment, because there's actually nothing on financial juice. There's no news on there. Maybe my FX book. And also, why would a news thing come out at like 17:34? You know, what's that? 11:30, whatever time it is in the US. June 15. Anything for the States today? 15:15. Yeah, and all the news things are like low impact. NOPA crush report and 23 minutes. Yeah, these are all like low, you know, they're all like blue folder. They're not red folder events, you know, so. Yeah, the most important thing right now is to actually maintain discipline. I think that's. I keep saying that, but I keep looking at the charts though. All right, look. Moved my volume profile. All right, we'll call it officially at 40, right? This is addictive behavior. We'll call it at 11:40. Right, 11:40 or 11:45. 11:40. So I got a 5 minute. Yeah, we'll determine what we're gonna do based off this 5 minute candle. You know, if we close bearish again, then yeah, then we might actually have a chance to come back and break within. You know, but yeah, because it would be a pretty significant wick here. You know. The most, no, I have like these trading rules, which are like trading commandments on my whiteboard in my room, and like one of them is the most important, um, the most the most important tool a trader can possess is discipline. I think that's how it goes. Or above everything else, discipline is the most important thing that a trader must possess. You know, so it could be one of those things where we just like accept that we didn't get the trade that we wanted to get, and yeah, and we rest, and we rest. I have documentaries to watch, and yeah, so let's do that. It was nice. It could have been a great day, but we'll close that. And just to, you know, protect ourselves, also, we're gonna set a lockout all day. Set the lockout all day, nigga. So yeah, so that's locking us out of the account. We'll be back tomorrow. That way, even if I wanted to trade, I can't do anything. Yeah, even if I wanted to do something, I can't do anything about it. But yeah, as you said, Kaz, dub is still a dub, right? So we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow. But before I hop off stream, maybe just for like the next 10 minutes or something, a reward for being on stream for this long with me. I present to you if I can find it first. 1 second. Promise you this is going to be worth your while. This is just my way of saying thank you for being on stream with me for 2 hours. Where are we going? Yo, boss, I'm hungry. My stomach is stomaching. Where am I going? OBS. You get to choose if I shuffle or if I play it in order. Either way. There we go. That's not the way I want to do it. Remove that. Shuffle. I bet. Bet. Yes. My bad there. My bad. I actually I turned off my microphone. Where are you? Mac OS audio capture. Ali, let's go. Oh, what? Why is the technology now confusing me? Like, why am I moving like I ain't been? Where it is? There we go. Oh. How do I do this? How did I do this the last time? Here we go. This should work now. I hope. Yeah, here we go. All right. Took us a day though, which is disappointing. At my big age. Okay. Audio. You did say shuffle, right? Random.
If I abandon this project, I would be a man without dreams, and I don't want to live like that. I live my life or I end my life with this project.
C'est lui. Yeah. It's like I'm back in Japan again. Ripples in the puddles, big step about to rap again. Your girl brought the source with her name. She let me hit again. The streets always gonna be the streets. Adjust your mentioning. So many people know me by name, just not by government. My name a mission statement like Prophet Isaiah's covenant. Biblical, Christ took the wheel, but I'm the vehicle. Prophet Muhammad, please keep me honest when I'm cynical. Clinical, at my eye level is the pinnacle. Visual, y'all doing shows, I'm doing miracles. General, Captain Commander, let the camera roll. You Tropic Thunder, me I'm on Rambo. Let the ammo go. Let the ammo go. Still can't kill Godzilla. All the nukes in the hood can't kill Godzilla. All the drugs in the streets can't kill Godzilla. Let the ammo go. Still can't kill Godzilla. They got deadbeat baddies, could that kill Godzilla? Nah, still can't kill Godzilla. Everybody claim to be him, so who the wanna be? Every day I wish them the best, I'm who they wanna be. Fuck with me, I'll put you to rest, then make a mockery. Dance on your grave and make it a documentary. Here lies the first and last who didn't realize Indigo Wakaji to triumph was hella ill-advised. That's your eulogy, reward for your tomfoolery. Who you think you better than, nigga? Go ahead, humor me. Long as I'm growing, can't worry about who's surpassing me. Been in the game so long, I took his chastity. Fuck all your pleasantries, nigga, and your niceties. Let the ammo go. Let the ammo go. Still can't kill Godzilla. All the nukes in the hood can't kill Godzilla. All the drugs in the streets can't kill Godzilla. Let the ammo go. Still can't kill Godzilla. They got deadbeat baddies, could that kill Godzilla? Still can't kill Godzilla, nigga. C'est moi. C'est lui. The Asper city I'm from, I say metropolis. I'm way over their heads, they need binoculars. My occupation is saving the general populace. You know I hate it when rappers be acting ominous, but this girl sweet, great esophagus. I don't state any facts, I state the obvious. My nephew needed a hero, I'm hella competent. I added uncle to all my other accomplishments. Go second guess it if ever you thought you troubled me. The drive autonomous, nigga, the drive on Bumblebee. Stick shift, clutch, gear 3, transition probably. Finna get me round this chicanes, there's no overtaking me. How we claim me better when they ain't lapping me. I've got presents, I'm prepared for Christmas. Who's out rapping me? C'est lui, Zane's uncle. I trust God in these knuckles. I know my pain gon' get me in trouble. I'm Zane's uncle. Under pressure can't buckle. My role model, bro, I can't be humble. The scape that I'm wearing has been a part of me. I'm Bruce Wayne, soliloquy, pondering Joker's eulogy. Real heroes ain't wearing capes, well they ain't real as me. Real villains always escape, well they ain't deal with me. My Mac will pass with his numbers from next week's lottery. I change that bitch every week before the lottery. You keep saying you're him, I call my notary. You see with me there's no doubt in my notoriety. I'm a bad motherfucker for real. In my sobriety I'm bringing goodwill to the people and all society. In my piety always heal their anxiety. I'll fight for their attention, their hearts are in my proprietary. Zane's uncle, I trust God in these knuckles. I know my pain gon' get me in trouble. I'm Zane's uncle, under pressure can't buckle. My role model, bro, I can't be humble.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
safe, the situation is tricky. The snakes low-key position themselves to trick me. But I know Eve, if ever the devil pick me, I'll put the serpent on the cross, say I'm surgical with the blicky. I'm not a rapper, this is God's speech. Every album a tabernacle, come to me to hear the Lord speak. I heard your album and it's mad cheeks. I know your label trying to shelf you, but they can't, they got bad reach. Every written is me perfecting my form. Can't stay hidden, my genes the eye of the storm. I can't sit in Xavier's mentalist torn, cause now I manipulate these bars like moving metals the norm. Plus I'm nasty with it. They called me underground, I gotta work and put a casket in it. Now he brew his tea, with a river there's a basket in it. But I am not a miracle, I'm raw and I'm basking in it. Niggas think they know me but they don't. Every time I hit a high, I was dealing with the low. Every star has to shine, I'm a rhyme with the bow. This was written in the sky, you should question what you know. I'm Lisan Al-Gaib and I'm spicy with the flow. If a Fremen pray for water, I'ma give the boy a boat. I done swam with the sharks, niggas talking about a float. You got loans you can't escape, you tryna sacrifice a goat. I'm a blockbuster, a star cluster, a slow thruster. The show's luster, the dawn daughter, a church papa. I'm a cold supper, I'm ice cold, I'm cold butter. I'm the shiver down the spine from the words you can't utter. I'm God's draft pick, that left hook you can't slip. Check your optics before you get touched like haptics. I'm every word flip, show me your lad and I can't stick. They loving my prestige, everybody's a hat trick.
2005, first time watching ink dry in a rhyme book. Hand to God for the writing on the wall and the king's head, every line took thing. Years later from the grindstone, had their minds blown. Every climate and every time zone, now my lines getting on my time book. That's full circle on the track, you saying on them, I don't get a medal for it. Just new names for comparisons and every rap shit is like a metaphor. High as I've flown, they keep asking me to run it back. What I gotta settle for? Just a Rolodex of sacrifices pit against a god like you niggas let him for, right? What they gotta burn down for the smoke to reach that? Michelangelo, they gon' have to find a ceiling if they needed me to reach back. They all Superman in the booth till the rain to change of clothes and his payphone. Choir boys, niggas do the same songs. Who we talking till they get the streets back, man? I need more award flows, not award shows. Too much talking out of trophies, only Lord knows, man. I can't really see them locked in when them doors close now. The panic setting in, diamonds dancing in Morse code. I'm over political gestures. All of them shooters still need a director who need the pressure. Can't tell who behind the wheel of the game anymore. It's a Tesla. Verseless, really Scorsese. I'm more a Leo DiCaprio when you look at it. So I let him kick it with y'all, but he know whenever we batting, I'm raising his average. 9 a.m. shuttle with baggage. Can't tell a soul where I'm planting my flags yet. Might as well know when I'm giving them passage. Naming the room like they marking the classes. All of that rapping and captions, thinking that shit get them back in the bracket. Irony, I gotta give them a history lesson to keep them from hustling backwards. Who really had all this shit on their backs? If you thinking back when we had it lost in translation, when the game was for knack and fans was passive, doing a show where they paid in reactions, itching to go when the records are scratching, cut from a cloth that wasn't in fashion. Haters all an occupational hazard. Shit was enough to have me off of the ledge, a foot in the air, a tear in the wind, a hope and a prayer. This ain't how God want me taking the stairs, but they dug me a plot and that shit got a twist. Wherever I'm buried, I start with my hands, I'm taking it with me. I come for the land, I come for the land, I come for the
real nigga things. 100,000 glaciers in these chill nigga veins. Ain't no therapy for all this ill nigga pain. Niggas think they free, but we can still see the chains. Me and my niggas off the mic like we was off the white. We sparked the light and mixed the hall with Sprite. Then start to talk alike. He thought to fight, then quickly ran his race. Could say he crossed the line. He talking shite, but only off the web. He Peter Parker like. He ballin' right, but only in his head. Tremendous loss of life. I preached the words my soul was taught to write. Then turned to poltergeist. My thought devices, nouns is all polite. That's how I'm ultra nice, but bad as Walter White. 6 rings like it was all for Mike. Elevate the heaven gate, these awesome heights. The pen embrace the gifts of hell and jot the darkest nights without a Christian Bale. I'm Martin like I'm Rosa Parks tonight. I snap like Carlton might. This author right, so off and off the right. It caused them off the right tears. This author right cheers. I'm off the night shift. We on a job, colossal vice grip. Get off of my dick. Hey, go! I told my Zodies never leave a click behind. They then proceed to lead a fucking click behind. My recent whip cost the price of freedom in the 63rd. I freeze the wrist, bought some ice anemic, how the bitches blurred. Treat your bitch, posture like Serena before she hit the serve. Delete your click, walk 'em like Virginia, way them clips emerge. Then plead the fifth, lost his life for beefing with the kin and them. Indy put a din in them, gentlemen, 10 in them. Just for representing them, defending them. You copy sound word, but I got different meanings. They a synonym, synonym. playing with shots one at a time. In this game, I run the rules, so bring your crew. I'm blowing ops one at a time. Nah, it's that time, I'm that kind. Suggest you better dash or get it straight, cause after all these ups and downs, you gon' flatline. I'm the scripture preachers plead to read and write. The crown above my Caesar like the frown of Jesus sight. I'm disappointed, still the kids anointed with the pistol pointed. Sweet oui, avec la lumière, je suis oui. 100,000 glaciers in these chill nigga veins. Ain't no therapy for all the ill nigga pain. Niggas think they free, but we can still see the chains.
It's mad. It's a madness. Yeah, we will be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. No vengeance. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do our best again tomorrow. Still, you know, we could have done this trade better. Could have done this trade better, but we'll learn. We have time. I have time. All right, I have time. I have all of the rest of this year to figure these out. You know, and these come every day. You know what I'm saying? There's one of these every day. So yeah. But yeah, that was my thank you to you for being on stream. Yeah. Yeah. That was my thank you for you guys being on stream, for being on stream with me for all this time. It's like 2 hours, 42 minutes, a long time to be on stream. You could be doing anything with your life, but chose to be here. So, much love, appreciate you. Me, I'm gonna vibe and journal this, and then we'll come back tomorrow and we'll be back. We'll figure all of this stuff out together. But yeah, much love. Take care of yourself. Go drink some water, make some tea, get warm. And if you're trading today, make sure you journal your trades, man.